Welcome to the testing room where four of the gaming industries, sometimes more, maybe a fifth, best consultants to never consult on a game, bring you new topics each and every week. My name is Preston, aka Funkadelic Jedi.
I'm
And,
Christian, aka Pseudo45.
and I am Travis, aka Robro Baggins.
This is
It's
what happens
Alex's
when you
fault
leave, Alex.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he left us.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you can see here with the Excel sheet, we are going to be talking about our super official testing room top hottest consoles of all time as far as looks. This is not how they play. This is not what features they have built in. This
Not
is just
games, nothing.
the best looking fucking box that you could put in front of your TV. And that's where we're going.
Or
today.
handheld.
Or handheld. Yeah, in front of your face.
Yeah.
One way or
Any console. So yeah, you guys are already seeing some that are on the list here.
Mhm.
These are all of Alex's games that he sent us ahead of time. And so if we have any duplicates or whatever, we will go from there. But I just wanted to give a quick little rundown of the ones that Alex sent and then his blurbs that he gave. So for the Sega Mega Drive, he says, "This thing looked wild, all blacked out with the switches on top rather than buttons, but what did it for me is the controller. PS2 Slim, he goes, angular and black, looked dope, but what did it for me was sitting that bitch up vertical with the stand that stood your games out to the side and controllers that came in great colors and were transparent." Then he goes, the Sega Game Gear. And he goes, because fuck you. He goes, this brick was great. You could add the travel battery pack with 6 or 8 AA batteries, the screen that sat on top and projected the built-in display to be bigger. This thing was a system I played Batman and Road Rash and got an arm workout all at the same time. What more could an 8-year-old want? Then he says the PSP as his number 7. Which was never had one and always thought it was too tiny for my big American hands and thumbs, but they came in amazing colors, and I wanted so many of the themed ones when I worked at Best Buy. A ton of the themed crossovers with Sony IP, and they all looked incredible. Xbox 360, which he says the curves, the hard drive that sits on top, and the light around the power button that shows the amount of players. I think this thing is timeless. N64, he was specifically talking about the Jungle Green version here. Mm-hmm. Now, our rules were that we were not doing any of the special consoles.
As flavor, but it's just overall needs to be the aesthetic.
Yeah, just the original one. But
I agree.
He wanted to, yeah.
It's very Lambo.
But all the colors that came in was peak 90s. The design of the controller, regardless of how comfortable or functional it was. Then you could slap in the expansion pack, and that was with a black square with a red top and didn't match anything. And if you were rich or Japanese, you had the network adapter and the disk drive. I was always jealous of the people that had it all. Game Boy Advance. He goes, to be honest, I'd probably switch this and the PSP, but I've already typed so much and just don't have the energy to manually do it now. Well, it's too late. I didn't read this until just now. So it's GBA is your number 4, Alex. There's nothing you can do about it. Again, I think Nintendo wins here with the sheer amount of colors that appeal to kids and just being able to carry this little guy in your pocket. Another handheld that I didn't have, but my cousin had one and I always wanted it. And so much so I almost bought the analog version, but it only came in black and white, but I'll still get one day. Number 3 was Dreamcast, and he goes, I mean, look at this thing. It's wild. Put virtual memory cards back in the day when everyone was trying to make their memory cards stand out and be fun. I'm not going to say much because I'm sure Christian will say it all, but this thing looks incredible. That's true. It is on my list. GameCube. This is probably so for his number 2. This one's going to piss you off, Preston. I also don't really agree with. I think that, but he goes, this is probably too high in this list for some of you, and that's fine. Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought he was going to say that it's too high in this list because you're just not men of refined taste. A small gaming cube in purple or silver or orange or black with a handle that you could use to carry it around. Also, an amazing startup screen to go with it. That's not part of the criteria, but that's fine. This also had a ton of accessories that Nintendo, like Nintendo was wont to do, and the cute little disc that fit in it. I love the design of this thing. No notes. And his number 1 is the original Xbox. He goes, big, bold, and American. This chonky boy is a menace and unlike anything else at the time. When others were trying to be slim, it said, nah, let me not fit on anything, have RCA cables that are 1 inch in diameter and plug in the back that's 4 inches wide, while producing enough heat to keep a small family warm in the winter. Then you slap a green logo on it and give it the best startup screen of all time. True, but also not part of the criteria. And then a controller made for full-grown giant or 4 little munchkins. One for the left side and one for the right side, or one for the right, one for the center, and one to press the buttons. Actual children need not apply to try and tame this thing. But what does this one for me is that the later editions that came in green or blue for Halo and Halo 2. To me, this is the best looking console ever because it is such a snapshot in time, unlike anything else, and we will never get anything like it again. That's also true. But yeah, so let me please stop being difficult. There we go. But yeah, that was Alex's list. That was all things. So if there's any that you guys have that are duplicates, we just won't enter them in. We'll just leave them there for the group list.
We can talk about them.
And we can just talk about them. Yeah. So I will go. I'll kick it off with my number 10 here. And mine is going to be the Neo Geo AES. So this one was my number 10. I love the look of this console. Fun fact, this is one of the ones that was just during the crash of the video game industry where everything was just so unattainable. The Neo Geo AES, if you're adjusting for inflations, would be $1,500 today. Which is bananas. And also kind of crazy that that's not even, as of right now, there are consoles on the market that are $1,500 right now. So it's crazy. But yes, I love the look of this thing. It's super slim and really sleek. And even though they are not the company that they are, or were not the company anymore that they are today, but back then I had a lot of love for all of the SNK properties, and them having the sick SNK logo on top of the console I always thought was really cool.
That sweet fighting stick that kind of comes with it too. That's nice.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was great. And this console was this was, SNK trying to be like, we're doing the arcade experience at home. Like they were trying
Super
to do
Nintendo, Sega Genesis kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so yes and no, because they Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis were trying to bring arcade games and then port them to work on these consoles. Whereas the Neo Geo AES, the board in it was no,
for arcade.
This is 1-to-1. Like it is a 1-to-1 version of the arcade one, which was why it was so expensive.
Not about what can do.
Yes, right. But my point was, I appreciated the.
So I've never looked
we were
up
talking
and
about
seen,
the controller.
Yeah, I've never looked up and seen the Neo Geo, and it kind of reminds me of a Genesis or a Super Nintendo.
A little bit. Yeah. So that is that was my number 10. So whoever wants to go next with theirs.
So I don't have a 10 through 1, but we can kind of just go through some of them that I would agree with on Alex's.
Okay.
So as far as my least favorite SSL on his list, I would probably say, I'm not gonna say it's my least favorite because all these are pretty good. I'll say I agree with him on the PS2 Slim, because I also have that, I think, as well. But it's the big blocky bitch, right? To where it's or is that not the Slim, or is that the original PS2?
No, you're talking about PS2 Fat, which is the one I do have that on my list.
That is me personally, is a PS2 Fat, because
you got it.
There's a plenty of blocky consoles, right? You got the best recent Xboxes are all kind of just blocky. Same thing with a couple of PS4s here and there with some angles, but the lines and what they do with that one and the way the buttons are inset and the drive is inset on it, something about that just screams that era.
Mm-hmm.
And I fucking love the way that console looks. I have
a good one.
It's vertical right down my shelf. A bunch of PS2 games, hanging out right next to it, just leaning against it. That's definitely 1000% one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So we can't do themed consoles, but we could do different versions of a console.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Slim, fat, yeah.
Now, I guess the other question is, Do they have to be ones that were sold in this country?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Have you ever seen the PSX?
I think I have
The
It was never
yes.
released outside of Japan, but
Yes.
it was the one that was basically the PlayStation 2 mixed with like their media player,
the
essentially.
DVD player.
Yeah, it ends up looking like it looks like it's like a server rack. I think
Yeah.
It's
looked
like a
crazy looking.
slab. It's like all white. Not
Yeah.
a physical tray that comes out. You just slide your disc into it. I've always thought that was super sexy. That is. Let me say. So this is a not consolation. What's the word I'm looking for? Like this isn't going on my list. I just wanted to mention. it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just an honorable mention.
Yeah, honorable mention. But for me, so I agree. Fat PS3 for me when it comes to the PlayStation, I think that's the definitive best one in my opinion. But I would say I really like the PS2 Slim. Specifically like, well, I guess it doesn't matter the color, but I really like the silver one.
Sure.
For sure.
It is a good looking one. One.
And the fact you could still stand that one up vertical as well, I thought was really cool. It kind of reminded me of like what you would think like a monolith looks like. I just thought it looked really cool.
Yeah, and that stand had little slots for your memory cards to sit on the side, which I always thought was nice too.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go next then. My next one is a console that was not sold here, but I think this one is so cool. This one, and you guys will have to look this up. The Sega Mark III. I think that this just looks like it is out of like a Back to the Future episode or movie. Like, I think this thing looks so killer, and it's like super striking with the white and black and everything.
Oh yeah.
I love the look of this thing. I think it looks so crazy.
That one is cool.
That's it. You don't have to like it. It's okay.
No,
I
it's
put
one of your
this
favorites.
on there.
I'm not gonna sit here and poo-poo in your mouth.
Dude, yep, I wouldn't want you to do that anyway. But yes, I love the look of that one. I just thought it looked so cool at the time. I remember seeing it in like some magazine like way back in the day. And I was like, oh man, this is so cool. And then, you find out very quickly that it is not available and you'll never be able to own it. But it is, I love that one. Okay, Preston, you're up next. Do you have one that's not on this list, or do you want another one to talk about in here?
You know what? I have a bunch of them on this list. So let's go with one that I don't have on this list. That's the Game Boy Advance SP.
I had that one on my list as well, so I'll give a different one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Nintendo portables. Like Game Boy Pocket is great. I think Game Boy Advance was very good as well. To be fair, 3DS and stuff like that were fine, but I think the 3DS and everything like that kind of copped off of this one a little bit, which was give me a Game Boy / Game Boy Color, and let me fucking fold it like we did with cell phones back in the day, right? We were able to fold those cell phones, put it in our pocket, and walk away. Game Boy Advance SP just had that perfect form-fitting factor of pop it open, play it, close it like a clamshell, put it right back in. You're not scratching up your fucking screen up with keys and everything like that. You don't need a case for it, really. It's fantastic. My Game Boy Advance SP has many scratches on the outside of that case, but none on the actual screen. So it's that just, and the look of it just feels. The look of it is fantastic and feels great to like just pop open and hear that click when you open it and close it. It's wonderful. So yeah, that's probably one of my favorite handhelds of all time.
Yeah, the form factor of that one's incredible.
Yeah,
so I was also going to say SP over the regular Game Boy Advance as well,
Yeah,
so I'll agree with Preston on that one. So mine might be one that you have to look up because it's a variant because it was released in Japan, because I always feel like some of theirs were much better looking consoles. It's
true.
actually the Sega Saturn console that is gray. It's the 242 model.
Okay.
It's gray, has the black front with the blue buttons, and to me, this encapsulates everything from the 90s. I feel like, and I just because whereas the US version, I believe, was all black, it was like completely blacked out. I think. Whereas this one is like that lighter gray that we were used to seeing like in the Super Nintendo and like some of the other consoles, but then it ties in like the traditional, like the Sega, like the regular Sega in black and stuff.
This one does look cool. I dig that one.
It does look cool.
Yeah.
Is this just another variant / color respec? spec?
No. This is just the Japan model of the Sega Saturn.
Yeah, this is what the Saturn looked like in Japan.
Was based in Japan. Okay.
Yeah.
I do like that a lot. That black and blue is great. Yeah.
I just like it. It just feels very 90s, and like you kind of get a look at like the Dreamcast, right? When you look a little bit at that, you get a little bit of that vibe to it, and I just think it's really cool.
Yep, sure. I like that one. Okay, I'll go next. This one is a more modern one, and it's one of the only modern consoles that I think actually does really look great. And I am going to say the Steam Deck. I love how the Steam Deck looks. I think it is perfect. Like, it is such a great design, and all of the little lines on the side of it, just the full design of the handheld. And even the little mouse pads, I think, look great. Like, the way that it all just sort of fits together, I think, is very symmetrical and pleasing to look at. I am a big fan of the Steam Deck. I think that it is one of the, I would say, at least since the PS3 and 360 era, I think that it is the best looking console that has came out since then. Like, I think that the Steam Deck looks better to me than the PS4, the Xbox One, the PS5, the Xbox Series consoles. I hate those naming conventions; they're so bad. But yeah, I really, really, really dig the Steam Deck.
Okay, I'm gonna go through some of Alex's real quick so I can get them out of the way. I agree with him on the 360. I do think that's a incredible design as far as like sleek. Just fits really nice in there on entertainment stands. The slight curve you got in the middle of it, this nice little circle you had there for the power button. I think that was phenomenal. The Dreamcast obviously is a very cool looking console. The GameCube, I will be there to support that 100%. It's a cube, looks fucking phenomenal. You got a little goddamn handle on the back of it, and I'm not gonna go to colors, but they did a good job of colors. Same thing with Nintendo 64. Nintendo 64 just has this like Porsche feeling to it, right? It's got some curves here and there. It's got little circles on the outsides, all four outsides of it, like kind of just getting in there. Just something about the 64 was never replicated in any of their other consoles. Like, you look at all the consoles, they're very square, rectangular, whatever it is. It's just blocky. Outside of the Switch was a handheld, which are fine. But something about that 64 with just the waves it has on it, like a little button. 64 is probably one of my favorite Nintendo consoles as far as the way it just looks a little bit different outside of the GameCube. Sure. I would say it's like probably second to me on Nintendo consoles on GameCube, next to GameCube, I say.
I've never been a fan of the N64.
I was looking at that aspect of it.
And I hate that controller. God, I hate that controller.
Controller aside. Yes, yeah. The Wavebird is a fantastic controller. That's for the GameCube.
That's GameCube.
That's GameCube. But they had one, like I had a Game Pro or Pad or something like that was fine for it. But yeah, no, that banana handles, you try to give that controller to anyone who's like below the age of 30, and they don't know how to hold it. No one knows how to hold it. They never played that game ever again, or never. So it's very interesting. But we're not talking about the controllers and how they work.
No, controllers are still in there.
Talking about the aspect of it. So controllers can be with it. You're fair. But I have probably two more I can add to this list. One I'm going to say is I actually really like the way the Nintendo Wii looked. It's just very standard, sits upright, not too tall. It's got a nice size for this thing, and you kind of put it in there. It's got ports for the GameCube controllers as well. You can pop that little slide flap open. But the sleekness of it, it's very basic, simple model of it. Just it felt so good to have there. And I think even like, if I remember, I haven't had a Wii in a while, but I think even like the disc tray, like the area you slide it into, and I think even that lit up a little bit. So I just love that very simplistic, standard look for that basic Wii.
Sure.
Yeah. No, I would agree. That's a great one.
Controllers are garbage, but yeah, it's the console itself is great.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so let me do the same thing with Alex's list. I am going to so obviously GameCube, Dreamcast was on there for me as well. I am actually and I might be in a camp by myself, which is fine. I actually think the slim version of the 360 is a better looking version of the 360 versus the original, which I don't know if we get into that debate, but I just think having the console or the hard drive actually stored inside the little flip down and the little cover for the flip down for USBs in the front. I've never actually owned a white one, but now that I see not that colors matter, but like the black one was sexy as hell because it was black and then it had the chrome. It had like the chrome on the edges, and I thought that was really cool.
You want to talk about variants, man? That Star Wars one I'm always looking out for. One of these days I'm going to get it to where
the R2-D2.
The R2-D2 one, the controller was C-3PO, and it made the fucking R2-D2 noises when you press the buttons.
I will say the only way that I think the original wins out for me, and this is more of a function, is I loved the concept of faceplates in the original 360.
Cool. Yes,
I thought that was really cool.
They sold so many of those.
I know. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I had out of the ordinary.
I got one more.
I was trying one more. What was the? I actually really liked the. I don't know if it was the slim version of the original PlayStation, the white one, the small one.
Yeah, the PS1 Slim. Yeah.
I really liked the PS1 Slim, and that was the one I think they had eventually came out with that had you could buy the little screen for it that came out eventually, which I know that is an accessory and that doesn't tie into it, but just how small that thing was, because that was really the first slim console I remember seeing, and I thought that was really good. And I'm just trying to think of a handheld. If I had to think about a handheld to add, SP, obviously classic. But I think, honestly, I would have to go with the I'm trying to decide if I thought the Vita or the PSP for me.
For me, it was the PSP for sure.
The only reason, since you said we can talk about controller, I felt like the Vita, with the high gloss, everything looked great, but I felt like for me, the Vita, if I remember right,
it had the double analog sticks.
Yeah, I feel like for me that was more comfortable, but if I'm doing it off looks alone, I would say the PSP as well. Yeah, the PSP as well.
So I've only got one more to add to this list then, because I've got the other ones after the Steam Deck. I had the Game Boy Advance, the OG Xbox, the PSP, the one that I'm gonna add, and then GameCube, PS2 Fat, and then Dreamcast was my top to bottom list, or bottom to top list. So the one that is missing on here, and I will hear no slander on this console, I think that it is one of the most timeless looking consoles of all time, even though it crashed or started to crash the market. The Atari 2600. This is the old wood panel Atari. Yeah. Dude, you want to talk about when you see a station wagon rolling down the road with the old wood paneling? I think Atari 2600 all day, every day. I love the way that this console looks. Panels that wood paneling buttons on the front. Yeah. Yes, dude. I'm a big fan of it. I think that it looks great. And I am a sucker for that sort of darker kind of wood look that they do with that. So I think that stuff is great. So that would be my last one to add on here.
I do have a question before I possibly have another one to add on. Is what are we thinking about Steam Machine?
Sure, I think that the PC? Steam Machine. No, I think it still counts as a console. Sure. But you can, yeah. If you want to add it, you can. Yeah.
Yes. The reason being is I love the look because it beckons back to the GameCube. But I love I'm sure you've seen the Steam Machine that has the wooden faceplate.
It does. It does have the wooden one. It looks great.
The wooden faceplate just looks so good. It looks like it just fits right in with wherever you want to put it. Sure. Like I don't own one yet, but when I look at it, I'm like, gosh, I love it.
That's the best worlds of GameCube / 360 with the swappable faceplate. It's it's best of both worlds in that one. So, last one I got is Vita. That's just what I'm going to give you. So I had a PSP at one point, but I just enjoyed the Vita so much more. It's not just what was on it. It's not just the fact that it's OLED screen, but also the dual thumbsticks, and just the form factor and the nice clear like bezel it had around it, like just as far as like outside of the actual console itself, and it's a little clear bezel. So I would put that in my last as far as consoles that I know of that are good looking.
All right. Do you have any more, Travis? Are you done?
No, I think that's it. But from a clarity standpoint, because I saw that you wrote Wii. Preston, did you mean Wii or Wii U? You meant Wii U, correct?
No, he meant
you
just
said
the
Wii.
Wii
Okay,
U
never
is
mind
an
then.
ugly ass thing. I mean, it looks fine. To be fair, it looks fine. I'm looking over it right now. Christian's Wii is over here, but the
I think the Wii U
U
looks good.
I love
actually
the
don't
Wii
mind-
U.
Yeah.
No, the Wii vertical, straight up and down, like that is a good looking system. And the Wii U just looks like kind of like that, a little thicker with a shitty controller.
Yeah. So the only thing that I'll touch on is that I completely agree with everything that was said. My number one, and I'll just go over it, was the Dreamcast. I think the Dreamcast is the best looking console of all time.
And if you're putting controllers in that, like also accessories, like with the whole UMVs and like that.
Yeah, dude, the VMU,
simple.
everything about
Yeah.
it. But even if you don't put in the memory card unit,
Yeah.
the way that controller looked with the sharp edges that came down and everything, and having the memory card slot there, like just all of that, everything about that console and how it worked, and just
Sure.
I'm a massive fan. I love the angles that little box gives.
Love the
it's
angles
great.
it dangles.
Absolutely. All right, so now we have to do some chopping.
Yeah. Let's get
to
10
get
over
to our
there.
list of 10
Yeah.
here. So I think this one will not be controversial because I think all three of us agreed on
The
it.
Dreamcast name.
I think PS2 Fat is an easy one to go. I think
Yes,
all three of us prefer the
1000%.
PS2 Fat
Yes.
one, right?
Yes,
Or no,
yes.
Travis, did you say PS2 Slim was yours?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna fight you on that because like
Yeah.
if I
It's
had a
better.
choice of which
Fatter.
one to own, it would be the Fat. Yeah, for
We
sure.
love
Yeah,
that
yeah,
thickness
yeah.
over here.
It's classic. It's great. Like yeah.
Yeah,
thicker the
PS2
better, baby.
Fat, faux show.
And
Soda
honestly, I like the disc tray as opposed to the flip up. To be
Yes,
honest with you,
1000%.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love.
I feel
yes,
the same
I
way when
completely
they
agree.
did like the Slim with I think it was like PS3. Was it PS3? Maybe I think it was Slim with
You're
PS4
not-
as well. To where it's like they had like a weird disc tray slide out thing. To where it's like I just let me fucking get a little button that pops it out.
You're talking about the PS3 Super Slim.
Oh, okay.
It was that third one they did, and yes, it had the little like thing that you had to like
window.
slide open.
Fucking
Yeah,
I hate
stupid.
that.
Fucking
Ugh.
hate that shit.
hate it. Get it out of here.
Yeah,
It's
get the
awful.
fuck
I
out of
agree.
here.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
I must have misheard because when you all were talking about the Fat, I thought you were talking about the PS3.
Oh no!
It's
PS2.
not on the list at all because I
like
would have
my
mentioned the PS3
I
Fat.
I don't know. If
Oh, okay. Here. Well, I'll just
No,
toss it on
it's
there
o-
for you.
No,
Yeah, it's
there,
okay.
put it there for him. Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
second more, it's fine.
Yeah.
The problem
I
was
think,
though, it scratched to hell. That was the problem.
Any
Yeah,
little defect just shines in that motherfucker like gold.
I mean, like, dude, God forbid you even breathe too heavy close and it smudges. I think the PS3 looks the best the day you unwrap it, and after that, it looks worse with every single day that
That
goes by.
Spider-Man font just reminds me of so much of it. It was such a moment in time when that came
It
out. And
was.
Sony was riding
It was.
that Spider-Man high. It was just everywhere.
oh yeah.
Okay, another
Dreamcast
one.
can, for me,
Yeah.
can come across for me.
I agree. Dreamcast. I think another one that we all agreed on is I think GameCube is definitely
yes,
on
that's
there.
good.
yeah, for handheld for me, unless either of you two
SP.
agree.
Bring SP over. Shut the
SP
fuck up. Yeah,
for
SP's
me,
coming
yeah.
over. That's one of the best handholds ever.
Yeah, the two of you voted for that. So SP was not on mine. I am more of a GBA person, but
Okay.
I
Well,
respect.
let's bring both. We might want to argue about that one
Sure, we can. Yeah.
because
So
you
no,
and Alex both like the original
we
GBA.
did.
And to be
Yeah,
fair,
we did.
I've used it. It is not a bad console. Like I did enjoy that, but it does kind of feel like a Vita or like a PSP.
And we can bring over both 360s and kind of have that out too if you want.
Do we?
I mean, unless you don't think 360 goes at all.
It was not on my list,
about
but
to
I
find
do
out.
agree. Like,
We don't have to bring either of them over.
Let's come
What
back
else y'all
around to
got?
that. Let's come back around to that.
yeah,
Okay.
we can wait on that one. I would say next for sure would be one. I think.
OG.
Did we all agree on the OG Xbox? I
Yeah,
think we
yeah,
did, right?
I mean, I
yeah,
do.
yeah. I mean,
And
maybe
Alex
we
did,
bring that
so,
over. Yeah, I mean, that's so classic.
Yeah. I thought we all agreed on that
We're
one.
speaking about classics. Bring that
for
2600
me,
over. far as looks.
Yeah, I was gonna say Atari. Yeah, that's got to come
Yeah.
over.
Oh, thank God, because I was about to argue it. So that
it's
works.
coming over. That's a sexy bitch.
All right, I think what is that? We are at 8, so we got 2 more.
I mean, I feel like the Steam Deck has to come over, but that's just me.
If you're cool, I like the Steam Deck. I like the way that it looks. I'm fine with that one. I also would do. Here's the like
it doesn't
my
jump
next
out
one.
to me as some of these. Yeah,
That's fine. I think if I was going to do 2 more, mine would be probably, as I'm looking through, I would probably do PSP and then I would do Steam Deck. That would be my next 2.
I would do Saturn.
Okay.
And then
I was gonna say Saturn for my next one as well.
I want to say Vita, but I don't think I have enough people to back me up on that one.
Let me, while you're doing it, let me pull up a
Wii.
picture of both of those because it's been so long since I've seen them.
Saturn is just a good fucking looking console, man.
Yeah. I mean, so you two. I mean, to be fair, if we're doing this by votes, then it sounds like Saturn and Steam Deck are the ones that go over because those were 2 votes each. But I'll wait for Travis to look up the PSP and the Vita so he can.
Wii, yeah, that stays. You could do 360 over there too. A lot of people like 360, or we did at least.
I do think the problem is that I don't know.
I'm not going to fight you on if you want to do that.
I'm not going to fight
Slim.
too hard for 360 either, but
I would do, if I was going to pick one, I also would do the 360 Slim. I think that one. There's the, just like with the PS2, like the super slim that they did for the 360, I liked less, but that middle one, slim one,
yeah.
I think was a good one.
I don't know about Steam Deck. Like, I feel the same way as Steam Deck I do with like the Vita and PSP, to where like they're good consoles, but like nothing about them like went like, man, it's a good fucking looking thing. Like
I think it's the ergonomics for me.
It's ergonomic, and it does what it needs to. There's nothing flashy. There's nothing grandeur about it, or nothing like super stylized about it. It's just, to be fair, it does what you want it to do, and it does it really fucking well. So like, I don't want to kick rocks at it, but like also like it's nothing that's like jumping out to me when something more like I almost go for a Sega Mark III than I would fuck a Steam Deck, just by looks alone. I mean, you talk about the hottest, sexiest fucking consoles. When you're not gonna kick out of the bed making a sandwich, yeah.
That's a fair argument for the against the Steam Deck. I just think it looks very symmetrical. I just think it looks very pleasing and everything.
And I feel the same way for Vita and PSP and original Game Boy Advance. But
I
know it sounds like the Saturn for sure was coming over, so I agree with that one.
Okay, it doesn't have to be a gray Saturn, so everyone's aware.
Oh, I know, but that's the one that got nominated, though.
Yeah.
Because it's the Japanese one. That's what I'll switch it to.
But also, I do enjoy the original Saturn as well.
Yeah, but honestly, the gray with the blue and black.
I know. I never saw that until now, and fuck, that hits so hard with this because of the fact that the Sega Saturn like symbol has the blue ball in the middle. Like, how do they not have blue on the original Saturn in America?
It looks good. Crazy. I agree. It looks good. Yeah.
So I guess I have this question: when the PSP came out, was the only color variant just black, or what? It didn't come out with all the fun colors, right?
Not initially at launch, I don't think.
But also that shouldn't matter.
No, I know, but I'm just thinking if I could have got it in a specific color at launch. But yes, dude, I don't know, man. This is tough.
I know. We got one more Christian here.
I'm gonna say the Vita, only because if we are really truly talking about ergonomics can play into it, which is technically the controls, it's probably got to be Vita for me. The dual sticks being symmetrical with like the buttons and then the direction pad being like right underneath, like I just think it's a better looking, and versus that little thumb top at the left hand side on the PSP. I think the Vita for me.
I think if we're going ergonomics is Steam Deck, because that thing has felt better in my hand than a Vita has. Like I've had issues.
Well, no, that's fine. We can have the debate. Yeah.
Because the Vita was so small to where like I had to hold it up like my pinkies. So like it was resting on my pinkies the entire time, and like that just destroyed my
does.
hands.
Yeah, it does. It splits. It does. Here's what I'll say.
100+ hours of PS4 Golden, man. That
I think Steam over any of the Sony handhelds, if only one go, is what I'm going to say.
So here's what I'll say really quick. I'm I am fine with the decision to axe the PSP, but I know Alex, if he was here, he would argue with me. But let me hold on really quick.
Sure.
A few moments later.
I just want to say this Monster Hunter one is so good, dude.
Let me see.
It's got the little flame here. It is, and over the speed. But then look at the back here. Boom!
Yeah.
Monster
If it is a
with,
variant, that is sick.
It is a variant. But then the gold, and it's got the gold accents everywhere.
Did you get that secondhand, or have you had that since launch?
I got it secondhand, and this part's kind of hard to notice, but I just want people to know is that the speakers on both sides here are little Palico paw prints.
That's very cute.
There, it's fantastic, and the little nub is, it has a thing,
what's interesting about
it's
that?
dented in, so your finger sits in it nice, and it never goes anywhere. It's great. That's all I have to say.
They moved the speakers up on that model because the original ones, the speakers were at the bottom.
They did. Yes, they did.
Unfortunately, we're not talking about variants.
I know. I just wanted to shout it out. It's a very good console. I love the PSP.
That's an incredible one.
Man, dude, and just to give its props really quick, man, all the little, so like, all the PSPs had this little guy down here on the corner, right? And it was, you could put little keychains on there, you could put little things, whatever.
The Vita had that too.
It did, but the PSP did it first, man, and they had them, and you could get your, people. Man, I remember back in the day, dude, because you could put, this is not that many now, but back then, dude, being able to store MP3s on here, put music on here, and just like plug in some headphones and be like, nah, dude, I'm listening to my PSP as I walk to somewhere, whatever.
Or watching your UMD.
Yeah, dude, or watching my copy of Advent Children, Yeah, I agree.
As God intended.
As God intended. Now, here's the thing that I will say is that I think we probably have room for another console on this list.
Okay.
But I think we got to decide.
We may have talked about SP and GBA because we know where that's going to go. Honestly, I'd rather have Steam Deck off than leave GBA up there.
No. We have 10. I'm saying if we feel like there is something else on here that we would like, I would say we get rid of one of the Game Boys. I personally, this is just me, I love the way that the GBA looks. I think I remember seeing it in the store for the first time and it just being this like, I just love that it was, they stretched it out and made it more horizontal. I love the like all the different angles to it. I think the SP is literally just a square. It does not do anything for me.
It's unfortunate that the GBA got replaced by the SP, which is a more superior version of that.
I don't think it's superior, but we're just talking about looking. It is a better. The SP is a better console
aesthetically as well.
It's a square.
Yeah, but it's more pocketable. You mentioned putting the GBA in your pocket. Imagine the screen gets scratched to hell.
No shit.
Versus like closing it.
You don't need that white ass bitch to be like, just fucking bring those buttons in underneath the screen, and then you can fucking come in.
Wide. Yes, Travis, I will agree. The design of the SP is very functional. Absolutely,
and it's lovely to look at.
Is it
hot? You see me out there fucking
I don't think so.
Flipping it out like doing little things.
Smash or pass.
Smash or pass. I'm going with fucking SP.
I know you guys' vote was for the GBA or the SP, so I think now we can leave both of them on here. But I'm just saying if there's anything that we wanted to make an argument for.
Not unless you think 360s need to come over, So like my thing is like I would like if we had to get rid of the GBA, then my thing would be like let's put the PSP on there. But I know that you guys would want to do. I think you guys would want to do the Vita. I mean, I'm fine
over PSP because it's just the better version.
I just think that
as you look over to your Monster Hunter version,
yes,
as I look over to my boxed version of PS Vita over there.
I'm
Christian. Just don't be upset because you don't have a Vita right now. Okay, I know you want one.
I'm not upset.
But you don't have to be upset and be like.
I'm not upset. I'm not. I love my PSP.
No, you do. You love that Vita.
So I guess the question is do you do we think that the GBA belongs on this list over the Vita?
Me personally, no. I think the SP form factor and like the lovingness of that, like
No,
look,
yeah, I'm not talking about the
I
SP.
know,
Yeah.
but going back to the original GBA, as much as I really enjoyed that them going outside of the vertical version
Mhm.
of Game Boy, I think if we're going to use a vertical version of a console, it's either going to be Vita or it's going to be Game Gear, because I think Game Gear has the same heft and size
Yeah,
as a
dude,
Steam Deck.
the Game Gear is good too. Yeah. Travis, what do you think? GBA or Vita? Where are you at?
I'm Vita as well, I think.
All right. Well, let's get rid of the GBA. We'll put the Vita over
I
there.
mean, GBA still up there. It's
And-
got SP at the end of it.
Yeah. So then, yeah. All right. I think so. This is our 10 here. So now it's time to rank them.
Okay.
All right. Now this, I think, an easy number 10 that everybody can agree on is I think the Steam Deck goes at number 10.
Yeah, it's very basic, simple.
I think it's I think it's super aesthetically pleasing. I love how symmetrical everything is. I love
flair,
how even it all
no
is.
pizzazz, no like, man, this looks
Yeah,
fucking cool.
yes.
It's like
I would
this is a
agree.
good looking handheld.
I would agree.
What does it do? Oh my
Yep.
god, this is crazy. It's amazing. It
I would
feels very
agree.
good in my hand.
All
but
right.
Nothing flashy.
I really do. Like, I mean, so my next vote, and I know that I'm going to lose. My next vote would be the SP. It's just a square. I don't think that from a design perspective.
I would not fight you on that.
Okay.
But I don't know.
think out of all the
I would
rest of
take
these
every
on
single one of
here-
these over the SP.
I'd appreciate if you didn't talk over me, but thank you. I think out of all, let me think my thought. Let me cook, son. Let me cook.
Okay.
Because I'm like, a part of me is like, maybe the Atari 2600, but I'm like, the grooves they had, and the wood paneling is really fucking cool. The controller they had that was like black and still had a little bit of like the orange button on it was really cool. But for going with everything that all these consoles had to go with it,
Like
if we're not-
accessories?
if we're
Or what are we
well,
talking?
not accessories, but like the controller or whatever you had with it, like right, like the thumbsticks, depending on like with your handhelds, right? What it had on the actual like interface. I'm either gonna go with Vita or SP. One of those two.
Yeah, I think SP goes next for
Because
sure.
Atari 2600
Yeah,
just is an old school sexy bitch.
I could,
Yeah.
I would, if the Atari 26, I would stonewall for a million years to have it not.
I
It's not
honestly-
the right one, yeah.
I honestly think SP Vita is where I'm at. I think.
I would, I
Handhelds are
honestly, I was
cool.
gonna say the same.
Consoles are cool.
I think Vita absolutely goes next. Yeah, I would agree with that for a faux show.
Oh man, we're getting into.
Yeah, this
This is
I was
nitty-gritty.
okay.
Yeah.
This sucks.
All right, all right. Let me. Okay, so I think both of you really love the PS2 Fat, right? Like, do you have a deep love for PS2
As far
Fat?
as-
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
my
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
So
PlayStation
would
console.
if we were arguing between these two consoles, whether it be the PS2 Fat or original Xbox, I'm assuming you guys would go. You would want to pick the.
Okay, here's the next one that I would go for, and I do love the look of this one, and I think it looks very good.
It's gonna come after the fucking GameCube.
No, absolutely not.
No, he's gonna
I-
he's gonna say Saturn.
I would be okay
well,
with the Saturn.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Saturn. I was.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It can't go above the Dreamcast. I don't think.
Well,
for
especially,
sure.
especially because we're using the Japanese version as well.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure. And I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
It is not.
I do
technically
think it
not a
looks
variant,
great.
But if you were to go to like the ones that we had, it deserves to be.
No,
on
but
there.
I mean, and I think to be fair, I think that
You can
the
use
Japanese,
Japanese
version,
version, 100%.
since it is the launch one, I think
But
it's totally
just color
fair to put on the
variant
list.
again. So I think.
Yeah,
it goes up
I'm fine.
next.
I'm fine with the Saturn. I think. Okay. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you, what do you all think between the Atari and the Saturn? I'm assuming Atari will win that one, right?
I think Atari looks better than the Saturn.
I would go with you Atari,
Yeah,
only because
okay.
I think the wood paneling. I just think it looks
So
I'm
so
talking
then,
about
good.
the games that are on it.
Saturn it is.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start this next one. I think the next one, for me personally, is either Xbox or GameCube.
I think the next one, Atari.
No, I would keep the Atari for sure. I
Because I will say I don't think Xbox beats GameCube out.
I don't either.
Yeah, I
is
really
very
like
cool.
the original Xbox.
And I don't think Atari beats Xbox, so that's why I think Xbox is next.
I think
for me
Xbox beats
personally.
Atari, but that's just me.
I think I agree with Trav. I think I would go Xbox next at the very least.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like the Xbox though, but I'm just thinking about it. I'm just looking down at my.
Do you have an Atari?
No, I don't have an Atari. I did. My grandparents had one that I used when I used to come and hang out over there, but I never actually owned one.
Are we missing one of the top 10? Do we have 9 here? Count it.
Yeah, we do.
Did we fuck it up? Oh, I fucked it up. I did. Shit. Oh, I mean, maybe it was when I deleted something. Did I?
Because you deleted you did Game Boy Advance, and we were gonna put.
Yeah, I put the
we
PS
didn't-
Vita on there.
But we didn't replace the Game Boy Advance. That was the problem. We just deleted one, but we didn't.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. Shit. Well, does the GBA just go back on?
Put GBA back on.
Wait. PSP or GBA?
GBA.
PSP for me because I think the Game Boy Advance is boring.
You know what?
Bring
Fair.
PSP over. That's a strong.
I'll take the PSP over. That's fine.
But if that's the
fine.
case, I believe it goes PSP, Vita, Saturn. Then
PSP, SP, Steam Deck. Yeah. Okay.
So you're saying-
I'm sorry. PSP below PS Vita.
or
I agree with
actually
you.
Steam Deck, PSP, Game Boy Advance.
Yes. Okay, that's a good one.
Okay.
So bring Steam
Yeah,
Deck
yeah,
down one, Christian, and then put PSP in its place.
You got it. You got it. I will.
I was sitting here like see what's highlighted and what we don't have. Like, there's only
Good-
5
good
left.
call,
We only
man.
highlighted 4.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah, we
yeah,
deleted,
I-
didn't replace. Yeah.
Yeah. That
Okay.
was the issue.
So
there.
now
All
we're,
right,
I
cool.
guess,
All right, we're here,
back
we're
to
here.
Xbox
Now we're at top 5,
or
okay.
Yeah, I think I
Atari.
agree with you guys. I think I go Xbox. I don't know. It's a really good one, but
we're not talking about the We're not talking about the startup
No.
screen.
We're not talking
Right,
about the content.
yes, which I agree.
because
That
I'm
big,
just looking
that
at
big
it.
Duke
Suck.
controller left something to be desired. Let's be honest.
I
Are you a fan of the Duke?
I am. I love the Duke.
I do love the
I
Duke as
do.
well. To be fair,
Oh well, I'm not going to fight you on it. I just
But no,
know
but
that GameCube does not beat out Xbox. So
I mean, I love me a paddle.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I would agree. I think. Yeah,
Preston, what do you think? Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Xbox going next?
I think the whole issue with me is like I start getting too much into the weeds of what is actually on the console, so I need to separate myself from that because
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're just looking
I
at.
am
'cause I
not
agree.
a
'Cause-
fan of
I'm
those
actually going to
games.
look up the Atari 2600 to remind myself. I mean, I know
Oh,
in my
because
mind.
that is just the shag
It's a
and wagon
beautiful
of fucking
console.
gaming consoles.
It is.
Yeah.
Now here's the
So
thing.
I'm
The reason I go Xbox is because at the end of the day, it is just a big X box. Like that is all it is. But because I do have to, you do have to just take what you're looking
So the
at.
buttons and the lights.
But man, if we
Circle
were talking
middle.
about if we were talking about best console startup of all time,
we're not
OG
even,
Xbox wins.
Yeah.
yeah. I
They're-
love the
that's
startup
one
of
of
that
them.
console.
Atari honestly, I forgot. Atari may make top 3. I'm not going to lie.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
It
It's
looks
good.
really
Because
It's
it
good.
has the little silver knobs that you pull down. It's got
Yeah,
the grating, and then
uh-huh.
just the black with the red ring around the controller and the button. It's just God, it's so good.
It
It
is.
looks
They really
great.
fucking
It
knocked out of the
does.
park with that one.
Okay. So I guess now are we?
I would
think,
probably go. I would go GameCube next. I don't know how everybody feels. I would
Over-
go
I
GameCube
was
next.
gonna go PS2 Fat next.
Oh, I don't.
Out of the ones we have here, man, like if I want a top
I
3,
really love the PS2.
I do too, man. It's sitting right there looking at me and eyeballing me like, what the fuck am I doing? But
were you
GameCube
guys a
is so
vertical
good.
or a lay down for your PS2?
Oh, I got it.
I was lay it down all the way up until because I didn't know. But then when I went into a
They told you to scratch when you laid it on its side your disc.
No. It was back in the day when this store doesn't exist anymore. But in the mall that I used to go to was the EB Games.
Yeah.
And I remember walking in and looking at like some of the accessory things, and I saw the stand for the PS2, and it was the black with the blue Sony inlay like on there.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude,
You don't
I
even
gotta
need
get
it. Mine's
this.
stand up all by itself. Has no problem.
It does. But I liked how it looked, and I was like, man, this is pretty sick. And so then I was a vertical boy, and now any console that can be vertical is vertical for me.
Oh, sure.
Might be a hot take. I've never had a console vertical ever.
Really?
Hot take.
Now
You got
newer
entertainment
ones I don't
stands.
like. Newer ones I don't like. The PS5 that I have, like it stays flat and everything. But my PS3, my PS2, and my 360, all right here are all
Very cool.
are all vertical. Yeah.
All right, so
But I would go GameCube next. That would be my next one.
You go, Travis.
I
What
like
do
the
you
look of
use?
the GameCube. I think it looks great. But
it's number 4, right?
this is
Number
number 4.
Who would you put? Who do you think is not top 3 right now?
I really love that. I really love the GameCube.
I know. So do I.
Man, this is tough.
'Cause PlayStation looks great, but I think you're starting to get close to that same level of Xbox, to where it's like it's
It's
kinda
a brick.
just is what it is, and it has a couple of nice grooves in there. Sure.
Oh no, dude! It's got every single line across it. There's a groove on the front. It looks
Xbox
great.
has a
I
bunch of
love
grooves in the shape of an X.
Yeah, well, kinda. It just has an X on the top, but it's just a big box.
Yeah, they are.
But the PS2, man, like it's just the jut out shelf that comes with the PS2
I know.
fat that looks so good.
Yeah,
But we're here in top 4, so we gotta.
yeah. I'm probably gonna go PS2 fat.
That's too fat. Okay.
As the next one, all right.
That's the next one.
Yeah. That would have been, honestly, man. I would have kept.
Alex is probably he'll be screaming.
I would
Probably.
have went PS2. I would have went PS2 fat for probably number 1. Probably.
Really?
It's close. It's
Yeah,
very close.
I
but
love
we're
it.
in top 4, so now we're in top 3.
All right. Well then.
GameCube,
Again,
Atari, Dreamcast for me. I'm just gonna say it right now.
I'm fine with that. That's where I would go. That's fine with me.
That's where I'm at.
As far as
GameCube,
looks,
Atari, Dreamcast. You said
No
Yeah.
no way for me. GameCube makes 2 or 1 for me personally, especially because to me it just edges out the PS2.
I would
Like I'm
agree
splitting
with
hairs
you,
at that point.
But do we swap Atari for Dreamcast as far as best looking console?
Atari for Dreamcast.
So you're saying Atari is the best looking
I'm
console?
just saying we get GameCube, Dreamcast, Atari 2600.
I still agree with Trav. I would go. Go
All right.
GameCube, Atari, Dreamcast.
Tis what it is.
Well, the biggest reason for me is if we are tying in controllers, like I'm talking the controller for the Dreamcast was awesome.
Sure.
The virtual
and
memory card
VMUs with
unit,
it,
like once you
yeah,
pop that in, like it's just
You're not wrong.
it's just
Yeah.
a vibe.
Atari had a cool fucking pad with a little orange button on it, but yeah, it's very basic and simple. So if we're bringing that into
Especially when you get that GameCube, you put that Game Boy Advance adapter on top of it, you get that
Man.
little stacked.
now, if we were talking controllers on top of that, like GameCube is probably one of my favorite controllers for Super.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate the way that controller looks.
I love the way that controller looks and feels in my hand, man.
I will use the GameCube controller over the 64 controller any day.
I
of the
bought a
week.
GameCube version of a controller for my Switch because I just love how that feels, and I played other games that were not made for GameCube on my Switch.
I bet
with
you it's
this
great for the virtual
GameCube controller.
console stuff.
Oh, it's great
you're
for Virtual
playing.
Console, but also like, there's other games too, man.
Yeah.
I got plenty of buttons on there. The only thing I don't like about it is the C stick. So
We got
Yeah,
it.
that C
yeah.
stick
I
is
think
just
it's,
fucking.
Let's hit us with that. Somebody hit us with the recap.
I got it. So I'll start from the bottom. So, from the bottom, number 10, we have the Steam Deck. Number 9, criminally, we have the PSP. Number 8, we have the Game Boy Advanced SP. Number 7, the PS Vita. Number 6, the Japanese version of the Sega Saturn. Number 5, the OG Xbox. Number 4, the PS2 Fat. Rest well, my sweet prince. Number 3, the GameCube. Number 2, the Atari 2600. And number 1, the
Hell yeah.
Dreamcast. Now, I personally, for me, I cannot wait
Alex's
to
reaction?
hear
Yeah.
Alex's rage
Uh-huh.
throughout this. This is going to
Too
be
bad you
very
couldn't
funny.
show up for this. It's fine.
And you know what I find interesting is Alex talks so much shit on the Dreamcast. I'm surprised it even made his list, to be honest with you.
I'm also surprised that it made his list, but I think he's been coming around on the Dreamcast recently.
But I would love to hear what our viewers and listeners have to say. So if you want to leave that in the comment, I would love to hear hot
for
takes.
you boys. What was your favorite launch color for the GameCube? I'm very curious.
Mine was orange.
Like
was platinum a launch color like the silver or no?
Yep.
Or did it come out with Resident Evil 4? I can't remember.
I think it was. Let's do it this way.
You know what? No, you're right. Silver was with RE4.
It was just black, purple, or orange.
Yeah. I loved the burnt orange one.
Honestly, for me, I thought the purple was classic. So the purple for me.
It's a good one.
Now, when the platinum came out, I actually went to the platinum because I remember when you did. I think when you bought it, the Resident Evil 4 bundle or whatever, it actually had the decals that you could put on the actual console itself. But platinum was like, if we're talking all colors after they were all said and done, the silver was for me. But if we're talking launch, purple.
Yeah. Right. Now, Dreamcast specifically for me, I think the black all sports edition is so gorgeous. It's so good.
Yeah.
But
when did that come out? Was that with like a 2K release, or because I don't remember?
I think it was with Madden. I think, or not Madden. I think it was. Yeah, it was with NFL 2K. I think is when it launched. I believe.
And the crazy thing is that at least the AI bullshit is telling me that we just got the Indigo and Jet Black. For
maybe the burnt orange wasn't one of them.
But no, I remember orange being.
I
totally remember orange being one of them at launch. 1000%. I remember that being an option for me. And then the platinum silver was later on. Introduced.
That's the silver one. The silver one is the GameCube that I have right now.
That is also the GameCube that I have right now.
Yeah,
I got that from Alex.
Really?
Right, you did. Yeah, because he got rid of his. Yeah, I forgot.
I'll be honest with you. I don't ever remember a GameCube in orange until now, to be honest.
Really? Oh yeah, I love the burnt orange
one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, they called it Spice Orange.
Yes, they did.
Oh yeah.
They sure did.
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, there it is.
There we go.
That's our list, man. That is the top 10 hottest consoles.
Super sexiest consoles, hot or not in the consoles. That's what we're doing today. So.
All
right.
That was a good one.
We appreciate you all for hanging out with us. Like Travis said, if you have your own opinions on what the sexiest console, not what the best one is, but the best looking console, put it down in the comments down below. If you listen to it on a podcast, you can do that on the Spotify as well. Otherwise, just go on over to YouTube at youtube.com/@thetestingroom. Other than that, we've been the Testing Room. We will be back at you next week with another side quest, because I definitely haven't caught up on Final Fantasy 13. So keep an eye out for that, and we will all see you next week. I don't have Teddy with me, so hit it. Thank you for listening to another episode of The Testing Room. To catch up on past episodes or to check out the newest ones when they drop, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcast. If watching is more your thing, check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/@thetestingroom, or watch us live on twitch.tv/testingroomlive. To leave comments or ask questions, you can follow us on Instagram @testingroompod. Leave a comment on YouTube or send them in to testingroompod@gmail.com. See you next time.